Hi there, I'm Andy and welcome to my channel about crypto. In today's video, I want to talk about something that's really important in crypto trading in general, but I think especially in the current market when the prices are going down like crazy. And of course, a lot of people want to buy at a certain attractive price point, but very often it may be difficult to hit that price, or you may be asleep because of the time zone when you are in and so on. So basically, how to make sure that you can how you can make sure that you can take advantage of those particularly low prices and as much as possible try to buy the bottom or buy at a certain level. So if you're relatively new to crypto, you're probably used to just simply doing something called spot trades. So you're just buying at a certain market price and you're buying at that point in time. Let's say now I want to buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin. So I just go to a crypto exchange and I just buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin at whatever price it is at this point in time. But let's say that I want to buy $1,000 worth of Bitcoin when Bitcoin hits $17,000. Well, I can either stare at the chart all day and wait for that moment, and I'll probably miss it because, well, as usual, it will hit that price when, I don't know, I go to the toilet or I'm asleep or whatever. Or I can just simply set an order, which will fulfill automatically once the price reaches a certain level. To do this, you will need to use either Coinbase Pro or Binance. For example, standard Coinbase doesn't really offer those features, although I think now you can use them in something called Advanced tab or something like that. But then the interface basically changes to pretty much the same interface you have in Coinbase Pro. So I thought that I would just show it in Coinbase Pro. It would be easier. It's pretty much the same thing. So this is how the interface looks like in Coinbase Pro. And if you are not used to it, it can be a bit intimidating, but actually it's really straightforward. And if you just want to place a simple limit order, there are only a few things you need to actually use here. So first of all, here in the market, I will change it to, well, in my case, at this point in time, I want to actually buy or I want to place an order for some Bitcoin and I want to use British pounds. So I will go British to pound. And what I can see now here is the chart of Bitcoin going beautifully down. We can see the current spread. So basically these are buy orders and these are sell orders, which are currently waiting to be executed. And where this center line is, that's where buys and sells happen. And we can see here actually how those orders are being fulfilled. So this is the current price. You could essentially, this point here is this line. So that's where the sales happen. And these are sell orders and buy orders waiting in a queue to execute. So at the moment I have just over 200 pounds here. I could just simply click max and I could buy 250 pounds worth of Bitcoin at current market price, which would be 0.014 whatever of a Bitcoin. Or I can go to limit option here. And now I have amount, but I also have limit price. So for example, now, well, here I'm dealing with pounds. Of course, most of the time you'll be probably dealing with dollars, but the principle is exactly the same, of course. So let's say I could put 14,000 pounds. Current price is roughly 14.5, so it's considerably lower, and hit max. And basically, if the price of Bitcoin reaches this level, 14,000 pounds, I will then purchase 0.015, etc. Bitcoin. If I now click place buy order, this order will be added here to my open orders, and it will be somewhere here in the queue waiting to be fulfilled. But because it's substantially below the current market price, it will probably take a while for it to fulfill, or it may never fulfill. Okay, so what I will do is I will actually put 14,450 because I know that this will be visible here. That's the maximum amount of Bitcoin I can achieve for that price, or for the amount I have. And if I now click place buy order, you can see that this order is now here in my open orders. And also I can see it here waiting to essentially, if it gets to the top of this queue here, it will fulfill. I will purchase that amount of Bitcoin. Of course, if the price of Bitcoin will start going up in the meantime, it will just drop somewhere there and it will either be filled at some point in the future or it will never be filled, depending on the price of Bitcoin. I will cancel it for now because, to be honest, I just want to hold it and see if the price of Bitcoin will drop even lower. But this is essentially how you do it. You just decide at what price you want to buy certain cryptocurrency. You enter this price here in the limit price box, and then whatever amount you want to purchase. Of course, you have to have already funds in the exchange. By the way, if you're currently using Coinbase rather than Coinbase Pro, you can use same login details to use Coinbase Pro, but you will need to transfer any assets you have in Coinbase to Coinbase Pro in order to be able to see them in Coinbase Pro, if that makes sense. It's sort of separate. As you can see, it's really, really straightforward. You just change from market to limit, input figures here as you want, hit place buy order, and that's it. I will cancel that order because I don't want to fulfill. And now what I will do is I will show you how to do the same thing, but in Binance. Okay, so now we are in Binance, and to get to this window, you just simply go to trade and spot. Normally, if you want to purchase any cryptocurrency, you would just select market here and then buy that cryptocurrency in the same way I was just showing you on Coinbase. Interface, as you can see, although it's a little bit different, it's actually very, very similar. We have buy and sell orders shown exactly the same way. We have a spread here, and here we can fill in the details for our order. If we want to place a limit order, what I will do actually here is I may change it to BUSD to ETH. So I just select BUSD and ETH pair. So basically you would just look on this list here for the pair you are interested in. There you go, ETH to BUSD. I already have it selected, but because I had to cut out a bit of a video, I just want to show you that again. So I have my pair selected. I have some BUSD, some stable coin here. And then I could either purchase some ETH at the current market price, or what I can do is I can go to limit order and then set specific price I want to pay for ETH. So currently ETH is trading for $894. Well, I could say that, let's say I want to buy some ETH if the price hits $800. And then I can either enter here the amount of ETH I want to buy, or I can put here amount in BUSD I want to use to purchase that ETH, or I can just use the slider here and just use that to select essentially how much of ETH I want to, or sorry, how much of BUSD I want to use to purchase that ETH. So in this case, this would give me 0.3477 of ETH. So I will place this order. And as you can see, limit buy order was created. It's visible here. Because it's substantially below the current market price, it's not even visible here at the moment because, of course, well, it's much further down the list. But since the market's been so volatile, I mean, everything is possible. If this gets filled in, I'm not going to complain. If it doesn't get filled in, that's fine. I will wait for another dip. So yeah, basically this is how you do it on Binance. And on any other crypto exchange you may be using, I'm sure the tools are very, very similar, whether that's FTX or KuCoin or whatever else. The principle is the same. Essentially, you set the price at which you are willing to purchase, and then how much of whatever asset you are utilizing for that purchase you want to use, and then you will know also what sort of quantity you will get. And then the order either gets filled in or not. If you would like to find out a bit more about limit orders and other tools, of course, there are plenty of articles on either Coinbase or Binance. You can read on the Coinbase help page about limit orders and about fees. Fees are not too high. You can read here about the difference between taker and maker fee. The difference is not huge, so it's not really going to be a massive deal, but it's important to know this stuff, I think. So of course there are plenty of those articles, or you can just put a question in the comment section or join the Discord and ask questions there. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please let me know. If it was helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.